Hey, today we're going to take a budget 1911 and we're going to see if we can not quite get it as good as high end, but get a lot more performance out of it. What I did with two Tisas 1911s, one being an Army and one being a duty, how much I paid to put these parts in, and how much the total cost was at the end. Thank you. Okay, here we go. I've got two Tisas 1911s. One is an Army issue, kind of just the Army standard. The other one is a little bit of a higher end one. It's the duty model. This one comes with a lot more stuff than this one, but neither one of them perform very well right out of the box. They shoot, they go bang. They're pretty well made. Clear this first. All right. They are made in Turkey, which are very good guns for the price. Both in 45 ACP. Clear this one. This one I've actually did a little bit of work on as far as Cerakoted the top. It came in this kind of green standard color, which is okay, but I like the two-tone. So let's start with cheaper version first out of the box. You'll see what I mean by that by the end. So this is standard Army issue Tisas made in Turkey, Zig 1911. It came with plastic grips on it. Very, very bare bones. Had, of course, it's got the the standard sights on it. I put the little dot of white on there so I could see, but nothing to write home about. What I did to this one, I put a Wilson's Combat trigger in it, Wilson's Combat hammer, and a Wilson Combat beaver tail. Also went with some different grips. These are aluminum, just to dress it up a little bit. So the trigger pull on this, not bad. A little bit of take up, hit the wall, pretty crisp. It's not bad at all, actually. So what I did to this one with the trigger, the beaver tail, the hammer, and the grips. Trigger was about $39. Beaver tail was $29. Hammer was $29. Grips were about $40. Out of the box, this thing costs about $389. You can get them a little cheaper than that. Sometimes they're a little more expensive than that. But by the time you add everything up in this, to get a halfway decent 1911, you're talking about $514, $520, somewhere around that. The trigger pull on this, about 4.5. Well, let me try that again. About 6. About 6.5. Six and a half. So we're talking about a 6.5 pound trigger pull. So it is pretty beefy. I didn't like it out of the box. That's why I changed a lot of them. That's why I kind of got into this gun. Other than that, I put this little thing on here for the finger grooves. That's like $7. So I put them on all my 1911s because unless they've got the grooved grips, I like that extra grip. And I got a pretty good size hand. So that's the Army, what I did. Could improve the trigger pull for probably about another $50, maybe. But that might come in time. Then you got this one. This is the duty. It's got ambi safety, extended slide release, nice skeleton, nice trigger, G10 grips, nice beaver tail, just not a bad gun, and it's got the fiber optic front sight, Novax, so front serrations. So it's a little bit better of a gun. I mean, just put together, I think this Tisas is really good. Out of the box, this thing was about $525, so cheaper than the Army. But then I put a new Wilson Combat trigger, a new light sear spring in it, and I believe it was a 16-pound hammer spring. And this thing is butter. I mean, it is butter. Took it to the range, taking both these to the range. This one seems like it's a little more accurate. I think it's just put together better. It took a little bit of time on this. Trigger pull on this one, since I redid, it was a 6 to 6.5 pound trigger when I got it. The trigger pull on this one now, there's about 3 1/4. A little over 3. Just barely over 3. So you're talking almost between a 3 and a 3.5 pound trigger pull compared to the 6.5 trigger pull on this one. I like the way this one feels better. It just feels beefier with these grips. Of course, I put this cheap rubber thing on the front of it again because I like that. But I think this gun here, with what I've got in this one off the shelf and just the trigger, sear spring, and hammer spring on this one was only $555. So you're ending up with a lot better gun between the two of them. Better sights, better trigger pull, better grips, for cheaper. This is under 500 bucks. This one's over 500. And I had to do quite a bit more work to this one. So this one's got a lot more stuff in it. I just like this gun. No big writing on it. There's no big writing on either one of them, which I freaking hate. I just think you can do quite a bit more. Now, this is the budget model of 1911s. So I don't think you can see it in the camera, but there are some milling marks on this, machine marks. But as just a entry level 1911 with throwing maybe 50 bucks into it with a 3.5 pound pull, this thing is awesome. I mean, it is just a little take up on that. This is just a great little gun. I love 1911s anyway, but you're never going to compare with Kimber, Colt, with these Turkish made. I would never replace my Kimber or my Colt for one of these, but just to have an extra one and a good range gun and just a play gun, this is awesome. I mean, this is just it's an 8-round mag. Comes with 2 8-round mags also. The other one, this one comes with 7-round mags. But of course, don't let nobody tell you, you can still run an 8-rounder in it. All right. So that's pretty much what I got to say about these. You can beef these up if you're on a budget for, $500 and you had to make the choice, definitely go with the Duty. They're just, you can't beat that. But I mean, if you want the old traditional Army M1911, this is a good option also. These also can come with rails. The Duties, or the Armies don't, but the Duties do. So look into Tisas. Look into Wilson Combat. These are very reliable guns. Probably 400, 500 rounds through this one. No malfunctions. at least 500 plus in this one. No malfunctions. Never had an issue with either one of them. So that's all I got for today. Thank you.